Hey, welcome back to Frank's Modelworks. I'm Frank. Up next in my feature build series is this monogram. Actually built out of an old monogram kit. 1/24th scale. 1971 Plymouth Roadrunner. Based on the Satellite kit. If you watch, and I'll link to it below, Ralph from the Muscle Car Modeler did a kit history of the 1/24th scale Satellite / GTX series, and it's very informative. I'll have a link to that below. When I built this car, I wanted to build a very simply optioned 1971 Roadrunner that had a 383 automatic Winchester Gray, which you don't see a lot of them. Unfortunately, you don't see a lot of these cars at all anymore, but even back then, they weren't. It wasn't a very common color, especially for a muscle car. Even though it's Winchester Gray, it looks blue. Even in person, on a real car, it looks blue. I've seen a Barracuda painted in this color. I actually liked it, and that's the kind of thing that I like to build. I like to build like off-optioned, rarely seen, but not exactly special, but just something like that. Like the person walked in onto the lot, this was sitting there, they're like, I was gonna order a 446 pack GTX, but you know what, let me get this, and they just bought it off the lot. So that's the kind of stuff that's the story behind a lot of the builds that I imagine. So stick around, I'm gonna show you what went into recreating this. And there you have it. This car was initially inspired by my aunt's ex-husband. He had it was orange, but I don't know the exact color. It was like a reddish orange. I don't know if it was red or orange. I was really young. He had a 1971 Plymouth GTX 446 6-barrel. And it was a nice car. And I feel bad because when I was really young, he would give me some of his models, his build models, and I would often dismantle them right in front of him, and it was terrible. I mean, I wouldn't be angry if the guy smashed one of my models. I'm sorry, Joe. You can smash one. Yeah, you got my permission. I understand. But it's stuff like that you know, like you don't realize you're putting the seed of thought in somebody's mind for the rest of their lives. I'm talking about I was 9 years old. Probably the last time I got a model from him. I think the last time I saw him was probably close to 40 years ago. And I remember him and his brother were car crazy, Mopar guys. Probably informed me being a fan of Mopars. So that's what it's really all about. You know, whatever else happened, the marriage didn't last, but there's that common thread, and that's important in life. Having a common thread, something in common with somebody, you could almost put aside a lot and say, you know what, if they like that, and maybe I could find a way through to getting along with them. World needs more of that. So here I am getting emotional. Jerk. So as always, I got Frizzo's back. I appreciate your support. And until we speak again, my friends, take care of yourselves. Be well. Joe, I'm sorry I smashed up so many of your models. I really am. Take care.